Russia is rapidly increasing production of its Iskander-M short-range ballistic missile system. Factories are running non-stop, producing more missiles than ever before. This isn't just routine restocking, it's a major strategic move by the Kremlin. The Iskander-M is central to Russia's military doctrine, enabling deep strikes against high-value targets. With new production, Russia is building a much larger arsenal, signaling a shift in its approach to future conflicts. The surge raises key questions. Why now? What makes the Iskander-M so formidable? And how does this affect the balance of power in Europe? Mass-producing these missiles shows Russia's commitment to hard power and signals its willingness to use military strength as a primary tool. The implications go beyond the battlefield, potentially emboldening Russia in its dealings with neighbors and forcing NATO to rethink its defenses. The Iskander-M surge is about more than technology, it's about shifting global power. Military planners and political leaders worldwide are watching this development closely. The increased arsenal could change the dynamics of any future conflict involving Russia. This is a clear message. Russia is preparing for a more confrontational era. The world is taking notice. The story of the Iskander-M is now a story of modern warfare and global strategy. The Iskander-M is a mobile, short-range ballistic missile system, fast to deploy, hard to track. Its launcher can fire both quasi-ballistic and cruise missiles, making it highly versatile. The quasi-ballistic missile flies low and can maneuver mid-flight, evading most air defenses. This mobility and flexibility give Russian forces a powerful long-range strike option without relying on risky airstrikes. By placing Iskander systems in areas like Kaliningrad, Russia can threaten key NATO assets across Europe. The system creates an anti-access/area denial bubble, complicating enemy planning. Previously, Iskander-Ms were reserved for critical missions due to limited numbers. Now, mass production means Russia can use them more freely, for both strategic and tactical strikes. This transforms the Iskander-M from a rare asset into a common, lethal battlefield tool. The shift allows Russia to project power and shape the strategic environment without resorting to nuclear weapons. The expanded arsenal changes how future conflicts might unfold. NATO must now plan for a battlefield where Iskander-Ms are a constant threat. The missile's presence forces adversaries to adapt quickly. Russia's military playbook is evolving. The Iskander-M is at the center of this transformation. Russia's Iskander-M production surge is a direct response to the war in Ukraine and rising tensions with NATO. The conflict has shown the value of long-range precision strikes and depleted Russia's missile stockpiles. With NATO expanding and new members like Finland and Sweden, Russia feels increasingly threatened. Mass-producing Iskander-Ms is Moscow's way of restoring deterrence and countering NATO's moves. The Russian economy is now on a war footing, with defense industries prioritized and heavily funded. Factories have retooled and expanded, making this surge possible. The Kremlin wants to ensure its military is ready for any future confrontation with the West. The production increase is also a political signal. Russia can still build advanced weapons despite sanctions. It's meant to discourage adversaries and reassure allies. The Iskander-M is now a symbol of Russian resilience and defiance. This surge is about more than replenishing stockpiles. It's about preparing for a long-term struggle. Russia is making it clear, it's ready for whatever comes next. The world is watching how this buildup will reshape the security landscape. The Iskander-M stands at the heart of Russia's new military strategy. The Iskander-M is feared for its range, precision, and ability to evade defenses. Officially, its range is just under 500 kilometers, but many believe it can go farther. Its accuracy is deadly, able to hit small targets with devastating effect. The missile's quasi-ballistic trajectory and high-G maneuvers make interception extremely difficult. It can change course unpredictably, outmaneuvering most air defense systems. The Iskander-M can carry various warheads, high-explosive, bunker-busting, submunitions, and possibly even nuclear. It also deploys decoys to confuse enemy radars, overwhelming defenses. This combination of speed, maneuverability, and deception makes it a nightmare for defenders. The missile's versatility allows it to strike a wide range of targets, from airfields to command centers. Its dual-capable nature adds a layer of strategic ambiguity. The Iskander-M is not just a missile, it's a multi-layered threat. That's why it's at the center of global military concerns. The Iskander-M has played a pivotal role in the Ukraine war. From the first days of the invasion, Russia used Iskander missiles to strike key Ukrainian military and government sites. These attacks aimed to cripple Ukraine's command, air force and logistics. The missile's effectiveness in these strikes proved its value as a strategic weapon. Over time, Iskander-Ms have targeted ammunition depots, bridges and power plants, degrading Ukraine's war effort. The psychological impact is significant. No target feels safe. The war has also served as a testing ground, allowing Russia to refine the missile's performance against Western-supplied air defenses. Real-world combat data is driving upgrades and innovation. Newer Iskander-Ms are likely more advanced than those used in 2022. The conflict has shown Russia what works and fueled the drive for more missiles. The surge is a clear sign Russia is preparing for a wider confrontation. The Iskander-M is now a core tool for deterrence and escalation. Its expanded use signals a new era in Russian military operations. The world is watching closely. Mass-producing Iskander-Ms is changing the military balance in Eastern Europe. NATO's eastern flank, Poland, the Baltics, is now within easy reach of more Russian missiles. This forces NATO to invest heavily in missile defenses and rethink its deployments. The Iskander-M's potential nuclear capability blurs the line between conventional and nuclear war, raising the stakes. Russia can use the threat of Iskander strikes to intimidate neighbors and deter intervention. The increased arsenal makes the threat of a massive, coordinated strike more credible. Russia's export of Iskander variants could destabilize other regions, sparking arms races. The missile's impact is global, not just European. The West's long-held air superiority is now challenged by ground-based missiles. Air bases, carriers, and command centers are all at risk. Military strategy is being fundamentally rethought. The era of uncontested air dominance may be ending. Russia's Iskander-M buildup has alarmed NATO and its allies. The alliance has condemned the move and reinforced its eastern defenses with more troops and upgraded air defenses. Poland and the Baltic states are ramping up their own military spending in coordination with NATO. The US sees the Iskander-M as a major challenge to its operations in Europe and is closely monitoring Russian production. In Asia, countries like Japan and South Korea are watching, seeing a trend of advanced missile proliferation. Russia's allies, meanwhile, have either supported the move or remained silent, viewing it as a counterbalance to Western power. The divided global reaction highlights deep geopolitical rifts. For some, the Iskander-M is a symbol of Russian resurgence. For others, it's a destabilizing threat. The missile's presence is reshaping military planning worldwide. The world is entering a new era of missile-driven security dilemmas. The Iskander-M is now a focal point in the global balance of power. The stakes have never been higher. Western military experts view the Iskander-M surge with concern and respect. Its speed, maneuverability, and precision challenge even the best missile defenses. Analysts note Russia's ability to ramp up production despite sanctions as a sign of industrial resilience. Satellite imagery and supply chain analysis show Russia's economy is now geared for sustained military output. The expanded arsenal gives Russia more options and lowers the threshold for missile use in a crisis. Some experts warn this makes Russia's escalate to de-escalate doctrine more credible and more dangerous. Others argue NATO can adapt by improving defenses and developing its own long-range strike capabilities. There are doubts about how long Russia can sustain this surge without harming its broader economy. The debate continues, but all agree, the Iskander-M surge is a game-changer. The world must adapt to this new reality. Russia's Iskander-M production surge marks a fundamental shift in military power. The missile's advanced features make it a top-tier threat, able to strike deep and evade defenses. The Ukraine war and confrontation with the West are driving this buildup. NATO is being forced to invest more in defense and rethink its strategies. The Iskander-M's dual-capable nature blurs the line between conventional and nuclear war. The world is now more divided, with Russia's allies quietly approving and the West on high alert. The expanded arsenal will embolden Russia and could destabilize Europe. Advanced missiles are taking on roles once reserved for nuclear weapons. The future will be shaped by firepower, not just diplomacy. The world is on notice.